What is happening, folks? It's me, the Antronus Nexus, back here with a review of the exclusive Repugnus. At long last, we have a Deluxe Repugnus, and he's pretty cool, I've got to say. I was never a huge fan of this mold, but I've always been a huge fan of Repugnus. Box, let's go into the box. I don't normally do boxes, but this is pretty cool. You see the artwork, it's pretty hack and slash for what Repugnus is. Nice window, nice blah blah. You do get a Solus Prime, which I'll just get onto in a moment. Turn around, shows you the two-step stages, including where the heads go. If you haven't figured that one out by now, you are repugnant in what you believe. It does have a little bio of him, but yeah, it's not really true to who he is. But really like the presentation of this. I was thinking that they all need to come like this, but the Studio series has been hitting it off, and we are going to get the Siege series in boxes like this. Really good collectible quality. Love it. Hold the primes on the side, pick your prime. Nah, let's go into the toy. Repugnus! Repugnus, Repugnus, Repugnus. It sounds like something from a Disney film, except more offensive. Repugnus is obviously your Deluxe class figure. At long last we got it, rather than that Titans Return baby, even though that one was quite cute. But this is the full Deluxe to complete the set of the Monsterbots. Really happy, some really nice retools going on here. As you can see, he has his classic man boobies or newbies, and this is all part of the retool, and they fit in really well. Color scheme, as you can see, he's supporting the yellows, the whites and the reds with the maroon sort of thighs and shin guards and whatnot. Really nice contrast. Feels a lot better recite for colour than the other two Monsterbots, which I really appreciate. And rightfully so, because it's Repugnus, and we all love Repugnus, even though most of us probably have never heard of Monsterbots. You can see supporting the back. Really nice backpack of his cyber insect mode. And again, to that little feety sticking out. Looks like really sharp spears. Get on your horse. I say the usual articulation. This is more or less supporting the same articulation as the other two Monsterbots, Twin Inferno and Grotesque. Again, some really nice posable articulation here, so we're not going to get into that too much. His two Titan Masters, if you will. He comes with a Prime Master. Let's just get on to the Solus Prime, who is the exclusive, which I think a lot of people are dying for this. Comes in the translucent blue plastic with the Solus Prime symbol. And you see blah blah blah. We flip her out, sorry. Do beg your pardon. We see again the translucent plastic echoing through in the face. Has some nice little head sculpts, but you know, it is what it is. Not too fussed on this little baby, but nice little keeper. Destard, who is the Returns Titan Master head of Repugnus. Not my favourite head sculpt, to be honest with you. I prefer the Titans Return original with the green visor. We did get a blue visor one, which I'll bring. Both hit this one, which is the original. Came with the little Legends Titan Return. And then we get the one with the Kara broadside that supports the blue optics. Personally, I would have liked the blue because this is more natural yellow. It's not painted. But when you're obviously with the accents of green on Repugnus, this particular middle one fits it 10 times better. Personally, I don't like this one, even though it's an homage to his 1986 toy. But the little eyes make him look weird. You make him look a bit more innocent, and that's not who Repugnus is. We fold them out as usual for a Titan Master. It is Destard, which is a throwback to his Battle Beast encounter in the Japanese Headmasters. Episode 5, Battle on Beast, I think, or Rebellion on Beast, that is. I'll give you close-ups of this chap as I'm talking right now. He's pretty cool, pretty nice little monster sculpt there. And as you got with all the Monsterbots, throwback to the Battle Beasts, so pretty cool. So I give it a close-up with the head on there, and you can be the judge of this. That's him with that head on. As I said before, this head fits him a lot better. He looks a lot more shady. Green optics definitely flush with the accents, obviously in the bug eyes and whatnot. And I'll give you a look with the broadside head, which has got the better Titan Master, but the blue, as much as I would like the blue because it's like the Make Toys Repugnus, it just doesn't gel well. I think it breaks a lot of the accents up. So we're going to keep it with this guy in future. But for now, we'll keep him with his Destard Repugnus. So, I say, I'm not going to go into too much of the transformation. I'm going to be back in a minute with his bug mode. So, before we get into bug mode, I'm going to show you the weapons he comes with too. He comes with a nice 2 pair of sort of swordy daggers things. These are pretty cool, pretty nice, vibrant, translucent green with the accents of maroon on there. They can clip together to make like a Predator sort of wrist slasher blade, which is pretty cool. Now the Titan Master can go in there, and we'll just use one on the side for now. But like always, it just look absolutely ridiculous, these things. Never really like that about the Titans Return, but hey, you let your imagination run wild. You can use these as swords, daggers, and just generally anything. Weapon storage is pretty nice. It kind of gives them, which is located at the back here. You see these an outwards peg and inwards, and these can clip in very nice and gives them very sort of a samurai ninja kind of thing. There you go. Gives it a nice little silhouette, sort of mimicking the wings that were on Grotesque and Twin Inferno, but gives a nice little overall silhouette there. Like that very much. So as before, let's get him into bug mode. Well, hey, so we're back, and this is Repugnus in his Cyber Insect mode. The transformation is very much the same as Grotesque or Twin Inferno, minus you can more or less tell where the newbies become the claws, and his arms just literally fold behind his back with the head flipping over. As you can see, it's reminiscent of his original Generation 1, it's a bit more stumpy and whatnot. As I mentioned before, I was never a huge fan of this particular mold. I just thought as soon as it got sort of Twin Inferno, it was kind of like, whoa, what's going on here? Felt unrefined to me, to be honest with you. And it's the leg unit, really. It's this whole abdomen kind of leg unit, and this repeats itself on Repugnus. I would have liked to see something different with Repugnus, because Repugnus has never really had this sort of huge bulk stick protruding out of his back. But you know, we are. We got a Deluxe one at last. Right, the main feature as always Repugnus is that cute, adorable but head ripping off head. His mandibles do not move. I really like the head sculpt with the light piping eyes. That's like ultimate light piping. That's really good. He does have a mouth that can actually move, which is like yum yum. And let's just compare them to the better Titans Return, what that you got with Takara Broadside. You can see obviously similarities are always the same. You can't mistake Repugnus for who he is and what he's like. His little horn on this version was quite cool. But I've always loved how Repugnus looks, and that's his Titans Return bog standard version as well. I'd say he's got his man noobs become his mandible, his claws in front, and these have a pretty nice little range of articulation. Obviously, these fold in and fold out to become his noobs. They only unfortunately go in. You can only like conspire to like eat people, like yes, you look tasty, that kind of thing, or hook, but he can't rotate out. Now the box actually shows that he can from this hinge. Now this hinge is squared off just here, but obviously it can rotate in like so, but it can't rotate out. But the box actually shows that hinge rotating out, so I don't know what's going on there. Whether a little filing down of this to make it better is something else. Articulation again, pretty subdued due to like obviously this whole bolt. He does have the leg action. His retooled feet from the 2 to the 3 that is on Grotesque and Twin Inferno. Weapon storage, again, just swapped around so it looks like wings at the back, which is a nice little alternative look to Repugnus, which I'm really digging. That looks like insect wings, which is pretty cool, and again with the translucent plastic there. I say these don't move, these little mandibles don't move. He does have his sort of chest plate, and obviously if we just flip this down, we can stick just on there, just like a robotic pilot as he is. Stick him in there and control some Repugnus. Really nice, really I'm digging sort of bug mode. I always expect more when it comes to Repugnus because I'm a huge Repugnus fan, but he is awesome. I'm so glad I managed to grab hold of him beforehand, and he's pretty, considering that the other exclusives were £20 dearer than these, the likes of Grotesque. You can pick this guy up I believe on Amazon.com for about $30, but obviously we're talking UK, so you should be able to get him for around 30 quid, I'm sure of it, but definitely worth picking up if you're a fan of the Monsterbots. Now let's just compare him with, obviously next to his brethren, his posse. Repugnus always has been the leader of the pack, but they've been quite individual. Let's just move this back. And as you can see, they really do go together like a charm. They're very individual characteristics, but in it to win it, all of them. I love how Repugnus sets himself aside, colour scheme wise and just bug mode wise. He's pretty awesome. I'm thrilled with it. As you can see, they all share the same backside, if that is of interest to anyone. They all share the same ass, apart from Repugnus doesn't have the tail. So again, really nice. This is the Takara version, Twin Inferno, and the exclusive Grotesque. But I'll quickly show you these all together in robot modes. But that is Repugnus. He is awesome. Pick him up. I highly recommend it if you're a fan of the Monsterbots. And there we have Repugnus. I've put his Titan Master head on because he looks a lot more awesome. Let's not forget the one that you actually get with him, which is Death Star, which I might do some little body transference around since you do have the pin in the middle, so that'll happen. I've attached his Predator blade looking thing, and that looks pretty cool. Sits on there really snug. Now let's bring in Grotesque, or Grotesque, however you announce him, and Twin Inferno, or Double Cross if you're a G1 loyalist. I quite like the term Twin Inferno. But that's the Monsterbots. I'm really happy that this little set is complete now. I do have the Fan Hobbies versions, apart from Fairlong, which is the Double Cross, which TFM may have him, so I might pick him up. But pretty cool. They are the awesome Triton. Definitely worth, if you're a fan, picking these up. Repugnus, hands down, is I think the better one out of them. That's only because I'm being a purist Repugnus. But this is the Monsterbots. This is exclusive Titans Return, Power of the Primes, Repugnus. If you haven't, what do you think? What do you think of the others? And I will see you all very shortly.